Howdy, folks. How are we today, and how is the sound before we do anything at all? Can't have a stream without sound. No, that's not a good way to put it there. Put the cap on first. Sounds fine? Excellent! Yay! You can hear me! Ha ha! 702, is this list going to contain some obscure characters that only exist in the UK? No. These are all very famous characters from Cartoon Network. Okay, everyone's thumbs up to the sound. That's good. Good. It is Pinot Grigio. I can't even remember why I bought it. But I still got loads left. The sound of your music is good. What do you mean by music? Sorry. I'm wondering where this music's coming from. Or do you mean the film, The Sound of Music? Miss Pearl, do you like swimming? I think I do, but I've not swam for years. I think the only time I went technically swimming was when I shot a film and I had to jump into the ocean. That's the last time I did it. You're not gonna see me drunk now. We need to get through these characters. We need to explain who are my top 5 favorite Cartoon Network characters. We need to make it clear. Stop chanting drunk jam. Karen, I really enjoyed Luca. Great, that's good. Nick, 56 pounds down today. Wow. Okay. So, Don Bluth. So Luca. I saw Luca, and it's a sweet and simple movie, and it made me cry at the end. I cried too. Damn, did I cry? I really did cry. Okay. Computer Guy, same. I watched it thanks to his review. Very laid back film, very enjoyable. Lister Ramsey, Jambareeqi gets to character number 1. Oh, I love this character. I just love this guy so much. The thing is, there's not much of a difference between drunk me and me. I'm just slower and louder. That's it. Even friends will agree. Yeah. All that happens is increase volume, right click, slow motion effect, done. Everyone is pretty much talking about Luca in the chat, which is excellent. More people need to see that film. It's really nice, and I really want more animation studios to do simple, small films. There's a place for them. There really is, and it's a nice break from all these big, loud movies. Evan J. Sims, why do these streams always start off as Q&As? Because I like to let people be welcomed in. It doesn't have to be a formal thing. These streams do not have to be serious and formal. And people, that's the thing. I've seen a lot of streams where people are about to play a game or do something, and they're just chatting to the audience first, and that's totally fine. Oh, you're not complaining, okay. Just making it clear, that's why I tend to answer people's questions at first. Okay. What happened to my voice there? Oh dear. Right, so number 5 is I need to start getting drum roll effect for these things. Okay, so number 5 is Peridot. Yes, Peridot from Steven Universe. Peridot is a wonderfully eccentric alien who really stands out from the gems to me. She's so inquisitive and curious, always wanting to better understand human culture. I also find it cute how she tries to seem serious and sophisticated to others, but deep down she's really silly and always wants to have fun. Out of all the Steven Universe characters, she makes me laugh the most. Proper belly laughs too. She's a real joy to watch. Trust me, other gems came very close to being on this list. But I realised that Peridot is the Steven Universe character I enjoyed watching the most. So, what does everyone else think of Peridot? Everyone's still talking about Luca. Cameron, you clod. Big Guy, I think she's my favourite character of Steven Universe as well. Trust me, it was so hard to narrow down who I'd pick out of Steven Universe. It really, I was there for ages going, who? So that says a lot about Peridot. She managed to like beat out all the other gems and all the other humans even. But yeah, there were a lot that did come close. There really were. Like if I had a number 6 space, it would probably go to Greg. I think. Don Bluth. Haven't seen much of Steven Universe. I've seen every episode, but I've not seen the future spin-off. That's as far as I got. Liz Rimsey, completely unrelated, but a friend of mine had a pet rat called Claude because she was an idiot. But she existed 5 years before Steven Universe started. Oh, if only that they were alive. Big Guy, she's funny and relatable, and we're still talking about Luca because there's a delay between posting the video. No worries, no worries. I just found it funny. People are like, Luca! Which is great because I love Luca, and more people need to watch it. Nick, Gary to call me a cancer sandwich, but I never watched Steven Universe. That's a strong term for someone that's not watched a show. There's a lot of Cartoon Network shows. I've never ever watched. Never. Mainly because when it got to a point in my house where I was watching cartoons so much that my parents took away the satellite television, and so we didn't have access to things like Cartoon Network and Fox Kids and whatever. So there were a lot of shows I just missed out on, and I've only been able to catch up recently. Yeah, Evan, you've made it clear that you can't chip in. Don't worry about it. You can just watch. It's cool. I've never watched... Oh, sorry, I was halfway through what Nick was saying. I never watched the Universe, so I don't really have anything to say about Peridot, but I'll take your word on how you feel about her. I love her. Cameron, I like Peridot. It's a tie between her and Pearl being my favourite gem character. For me, it was a tie between Peridot and Garnet. I really like Garnet. Garnet came close to being on this list. Yeah. Big Guy, definitely watch this future spin-off. It's amazing. Yeah, there's a character I really love that's supposed to be in future, so I do want to see it eventually. Lister Ramsey, but Peridot is my favorite too. I relate to being tiny and angry. Aww. Am2 Ace, haven't watched Steven Universe. Unfortunately, I feel guilty for not doing so, but I've just not had the time. Again, don't worry. There's a lot of shows I need to watch, and if I told you which ones I've not seen, you'd be like, oh, what? There's a lot of films I've not watched, and people, every time I tell people, no, I've not seen that, they're like, oh, take away your film nerd license. Kibidoo, just arrived. What did I miss? Nothing, really. So I've just been explaining how much I love Peridot. Weird Guy, Peridot is also my favourite gem. Don Blue, Steven Universe I've heard is trippy. It can get pretty trippy. Same for Suto. Peridot radiates fangirl energy. She does. But that's what makes it so cute. Okay, so that was my number 5. Who could my number 4 be? It is Beast Boy from Teen Titans. Yes, I've rarely found a superhero character that I can connect to on a personal level. Most of them are either too serious or too perfect. So I tend to resonate with characters. I tend to resonate with like comedic Cape Crusaders more than the others. Beast Boy is a brilliant example of a superhero who fits that category. He's goofy, playful, and has a fantastic sense of humour. Sure, the other Titans can be silly too, but Beast Boy's entire personality is centred on being cheeky. At the same time, I like that there's more to him than just his comedy antics. He's also a deep soul who cherishes his friends and can fall in love just like any other teenager. So many comic relief characters don't know when to switch off, but Beast Boy's center side is a big part of his character's arc in the original show. So, what does everyone else think of Beast Boy? I'm talking about original Teen Titans Beast Boy, by the way. I've barely seen Teen Titans Go. I watched one episode years ago before I went to see Teen Titans Go to the movies. I've not seen Teen Titans Go to the movies in a while as well, so I can't really comment on Go. Don Bluth. Beast Boy reminds me so much of Michelangelo and Gollum in terms of his facial appearance. Kind of, yeah. Cause like the teeth and the eyes. Yeah. I get what you mean. And the skin, yeah, green skin. I should like Beast Boy more. He has a lot of qualities like his vegetarianism, but I still prefer Raven. Yeah, I'd say Raven is probably my second favourite Titan. I really love Raven, but I connect more with Beast Boy. And vegetarianism is another reason I love him, yes, because I'm a vegetarian as well. So yeah, any other thoughts on Beast Boy? Nick, for starters, Teen Titans is one of my favourite shows of all time, and Beast Boy may be the comic relief and a bit of a slacker, but still has a moral compass and is always willing to improve himself. Definitely a strong character, but my favourite in the show is Robin and Starfire Tide. Ooh, interesting. A lot of people have their own Titans. They're all very different. Interesting. Lister Ramsey, I haven't watched it, but if I did, I probably would have him as my favourite because I always like either the villain or the goofball characters, and preferably both, like Team Rocket. I love Team Rocket. I love Team Rocket. I watched their origin episode yesterday. So good. So damn good. Evan Jason, so do you never meet me? That's unhealthy. I don't appreciate that kind of judgment, mate. But yeah, I never eat meat. And you can have a healthy vegetarian diet. Computer Guy. Eggs melt, there's a lot of substitutes. Yep. Koopa Dude, I love his power of turning into any animal. Forget flying or invisibility. I want that super. Yes! Sorry, I completely forgot to mention that. His superpowers are freaking awesome! Like, they're very versatile, and he can just turn to any animal. Any animal. It's all in his imagination. I love seeing when he's put into an action scene and he has to think on the spot, which animal should I be at this moment? Who do I have to be? What kind of species is perfect to fight against this particular villain? It's like there is an intelligent side to him. He doesn't just transform into any animal at all that he feels like. Sometimes he does for a laugh, but when he gets serious, he'll be like, right, this villain's very strong, very big. I'll be an elephant, or something like that. Don Bluth, when I see Beast Boy, I sometimes see my brother. Ooh, okay, I don't know if that's a compliment or not. Weird Guy also has an awesome superpower. Yes, again. JFK, I haven't seen much of original Teen Titans, but I really like Beast Boy. He's really enjoyable. He's a really enjoyable character. I was going to say something about Teen Titans Go, but I can't think of anything. Don't worry about it. Don Bluth, shape-shifting, CEO, let me know why he reminds you of your brother. Computer Guy, yeah, I have this rap skit from Teen Titans Go movie now. Weirdly, I really enjoyed. I found the Teen Titans Go movie very, very funny. That's all I remember, just laughing my ass off. It's a very good comedy, I'll say that. So yeah, any other thoughts on Beast Boy, folks? Before I move on to my number 3. My number 3, what could my number 3 be? Okay, people are just talking about Teen Titans Go in the chat now. Any thoughts on Teen Titans original Beast Boy? Anything at all you'd like to add into the conversation? Anything at all for Mr. Beast Boy? I get the feeling no one else has got anything to add about Beast Boy, and I feel we probably addressed everything, so maybe move on to 3. Okay. Number 3. Who could my number 3 be? Let me just turn you off. Who is my number 3? Number 3 of my top 5 Cartoon Network characters is him from the Powerpuff Girls. Yes. Oh, I just love this villain. He has this ominous, creepy presence that the narrator always hypes up as the most evil of all baddies. Making every him-centric episode feel like the girls are up against the worst of the worst. It's awesome. What makes him unsettling is how he's always smiling and soft-spoken because he's so in control of his life. But once you upset him, once you offend him, this intensely aggressive side comes out, which can be scary to kids because it's so unexpected. But I also love his fabulous fashion sense and larger-than-life personality. Many consider him to be a gay icon because he's very queer-coded and has this vibrant drag queen design, which is one reason I have a soft spot for him as someone queer. I love him. I love him. Love him. I'm Joyce. Not him. Here we go. Oh dear, that guy really creeps me out. It's funny because like my taste in characters is like, haha, silly and oh, scary. Because I like cute and I like horror. um, Cameron, it's very obscure, but did you ever watch a Cartoon Network show called Best Ed? No, I'm afraid not. Cameron, I need to watch Powerpuff Girls again. It's been ages. I even have the movie on DVD. Don't believe it's him, the devil. Yeah, I love how it alludes to him being the devil, but it never says he's the devil. It's just him, and him just sounds scarier. Like it doesn't. People are just too scared to even say Satan or the devil or Lucifer. They just say him. That's awesome. I love it. Nick, him is by far the most intimidating villain in the entire series. I've watched the show that often, but from what I've seen, he's definitely who I'd consider to be the best villain. He is the devil. Yes, and a fabulous devil at that. Computer Guy, he was probably the most dangerous character the Powerpuff Girls faced, with Dick. I don't know what the with Dick part is. What? I need a bit of context there before I start laughing out loud. Lisa Ramsey, Queen of the Wonderworld. Yes, brilliant. Kirst, I figured as much. I figured as such him would be on your favorite character. I was watching the 4th episode of Hello Boss, and the character Loopty was like a cross between him and Blue Meanie. Yes, he is. Yes, definitely, absolutely. Coon Guy, I don't think they could say devil in a kid show back then. Yeah, I know. I know that's why. And I like that the show worked around that. Like, they managed to have this queer-coded satanic character in there without saying that he's the devil. I love it. Evan J. Sims, what a diva him is. Yes, love diva. Oh, JFK, I love his voice. Yes, his voice is actually Tom Kane, who does the voice of Professor Utonium, and Darwin in Wild Thornberrys, and Yoda in various Star Wars cartoons. He's friggin' amazing. He's so good. I love his voice for him. Like, a lot of it is filter work to make it a bit more reverby and a bit creepier, but Tom's delivery is just fantastic. It's like Vincent Price on acid. Evan J. Sims, would you think him as a religious character since his name is him? I don't know. Cool Guy. You know, the old friend of Professor Utonium, the one that almost killed the girls? Dick. I've not seen every episode of Powerpuff Girls, I'm afraid. I've only seen, like, the classic episodes, probably. And the him episodes. I just look for the him episodes. Where am I in chat now? Don't believe. I don't remember seeing any of Powerpuff Girls episodes. I might check it out. Definitely check out original Powerpuff Girls. Absolutely. Lister Room Zero. Him reminds me of a lot of Grumble with the switch between high effeminate whining and deep angry yelling. Yes, that's a really good point. Yeah, absolutely. And Charles Adler is renowned for playing those kinds of characters where they talk softly and go loud, like the devil character in Cow and Chicken. Cool Guy. His name was Dick, if I recall, and he, if I recall, only villain ought to outright died in the show. Outright died. Ooh. Don't believe. If I were to go against him, I would use a sword and crucifix as weapons. Could work. Cursed. I didn't know Tom Kane was him. Yep, Tom Kane was him. It's brilliant. I love that he switches from Utonium, who has a much drier and kinder sounding voice, to him. He's like, hello, I'm Professor Utonium, and I'm him! I would love to see him in the voice recording studio. Evan J. Sims, I always thought him was an evil lobster. Technically, yeah, it got a bit of a lobster design. It's like a crustacean kind of look, combined with, like, demonic aesthetic. It's kind of a nice mix. I like it. This is what makes him so original. Weird Guy, one of my favourite cartoon villains. Weird Guy, the Crooked Scientist, and is a classic episode, probably the best one. I won't say much more. You need to watch it. It's the episode Knock It Off. Okay, I'll definitely keep that in mind. Lister Ramsey, grab people. It'd be kind of funny if that played every time him came into a scene. Okay, so I think we've pretty much talked about everything that's fantastic about him. So let's move on to my number 2 choice. Let me just turn that off. Number 2 on my top 5 Cartoon Network characters list is Courage, from Courage the Cowardly Dog. Aww, I've always loved Courage. He's such a sweet and sensitive dog, a precious little pup who just wants to live in peace. Even though he's easily scared, he always finds the courage to solve mysteries or save his owners from creepy mythical villains. It takes true bravery to overcome your fear to be a hero. I especially admire how he uses clever hand signals, impressions, and cartoony transformation powers to communicate with the humans. Despite being terrified, he knows how to use his imagination to his advantage when warning Muriel and Eustace. The thing is as well, as someone with anxiety, and even as a child had anxiety, I can't help but look up to Courage. Even though he's just a dog, he's always jumpy and nervous, a bit like me sometimes, but he never wastes time when his owners are in trouble. He's an unsung hero of Cartoon Network animation. He really is. So what does everyone else think of Courage? Nope, I don't find Courage annoying. I find Courage very adorable and very relatable. Stupid dog! You made me look bad! Good guy. Oh, Courage, I love him. He's so likable and kind of courageous to always face the danger despite his fear. Yep. Cameron, this show creeped me out when I was a kid. It did everyone. Traumatized everyone. I was lucky enough to... I've had a few calls, like chats with John R. Dilworth, the creator of Courage the Cowardly Dog. I've interviewed him a few times, and he's a really nice guy. Very smart, very intelligent, very thoughtful, quite spiritual as well. The kinds of stuff we've ended up chatting about. We go to some places I'm like, whoa, I know I did the guy behind Courage the Cowardly Dog would go these places in his head. But he's a really cool guy. He really is. Where am I in chat? Don Blue. Instead of calling him cowardly, we should call him Courage the Brave. Aww. Senfusuto, having a dog as the straight man was a bold choice and it worked. Yeah, he's technically the straight man, but he also gets to have his own laughs sometimes. Good guy. And the Courage the Cowardly Dog used to scare me as a kid. It was a very unsettling show. I love it now, though, thanks to that favourite episode, The Mask. If you haven't seen it, watch it. There's a lot of episodes I really need to catch up with that I've not watched since I was a kid. But I've always loved Courage. I really have. I totally identify with him. I really do. So yeah, does anyone else have anything to add to Courage? Mr. Rimsey, it's another one I haven't watched, but he does seem like Gromit with severe anxiety disorder. Yes, he does. Oh, that's another reason to love him. He does, because like Gromit like does a lot of communicating and has to help his own. Yeah. I don't think I ever asked John if he took inspiration from Wallace and Gromit. I get a feeling he probably did. Nick, he may be a coward, but he's got a big heart. It's relatable, and it's impossible not to root for him. Cupidude, fun fact, the short that inspired Courage lost an Oscar to Wallace and Gromit as a close shave. Interesting, so they did compete. I didn't know Courage came out at the same time as Wallace and Gromit as well. Interesting. Well, close shave, that was like the third one, I think. JFK, I wasn't really a big fan of the show because back then when I was a little kid it was too scary and I always felt bad for Courage because of the weird and creepy stuff happening, but it's still a decent show and I love the character Courage. That's the thing, is that we do deeply empathize with Courage and sympathize with him because he's put into these terrifying situations. We really do. And when we see him afraid, we're afraid too. We're afraid with him because the show does such a great job hyping up these monsters and creatures and villains. So when Courage is finding that courage, it's like he's telling the audience, it's okay, this is scary, but it's okay, we're gonna get through it. And I like that in a kid show. Don Blue, Courage reminds me of myself because if my family or anyone that I know is in trouble, I would risk it all. Oh, that's really sweet. Definitely, it was very scary for little kids. Here's the thing: is I think I've talked about this before, but growing up there wasn't much that scared me, and most of the stuff that did scare me were for adults. Not much children's entertainment scared me, if I'm honest. Courage never scared me. It was always the stuff that I wasn't supposed to see that scared me. Don. Was John like Tim Burton in terms of did he lose dogs because you said he was very spiritual? I don't remember him ever talking about owning a dog. I think I should have asked him about his relationship to dogs. I don't remember. I've chatted to him a few times. I can't remember. We've gone to these really weird places before. Even when the interview stopped, we're still talking. We're talking about all these really off the wall kind of stuff. I'm like, whoa. Weird guy. I like Courage the Cowardly Dog because I tend to like cartoons that are intentionally scary. Ditto. Weird guy. I like. Oh, I just read that. Trust. I'm not drank too much. Trust me. Nick, I'm not really a fan of how he constantly gets bullied by Eustace. Yeah, I'll agree with that. That's something that is a bit hard to watch. And yet Muriel is either completely oblivious or just does nothing. I'll agree there, yeah. Why does she even marry him when he's such a jerk? Yeah, I get you. I get you. Computer Guy, a lot of stuff scared me as a kid. Even Are You Afraid of the Dog, which is, in retrospect, is a very cheesy show. Yeah, even as a kid, I did... When it came to things like Goosebumps and Are You Afraid of the Dog, I just found them cool, and I was like, I want to replicate that. I want to do that in real life. When me and my brother watched the vampire episode of Goosebumps, we told my dad, we want coffins. We want to pretend to be vampires. And my mum was like, what? Why do you want coffins? Why can't you be normal children? Not drunk jam, okay? I've barely drank anything. I drank most of this. I drank most of this last night. Don't believe Courage being bullied should be a reminder of animal abuse in general. Yeah, sure. Computer Guy, I really was a wimp when I was little. I was too. That's the weird thing, is that I was a very sensitive and anxious kid, but not much. Like, nothing for kids scared me. That's the thing. Nothing for kids scared me. And I think it's because I could always recognize as I don't know what it was. It was like maybe there was a filter there, because I knew this is for kids. It's not going to go too far. But I want to watch something for adults. I was like, no holds barred. Here comes the trauma. Hangover jam. Hungover. I'm not hungover. I don't get hungover. I'm not even kidding. I don't get hungover. I don't know what it is. I've never, ever felt hungover. Ever. And there have been times where... There was one time when I celebrated my 10,000 subscribers by going out drinking with my mates. And we went to 3 different bars. And I had, like, I don't know how many drinks at each bar. But next day, completely fine. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I don't get hungover. It's really strange. There have been times where I've been hungover the next day and I need to go somewhere and I just go. Evan, so what's your number 1 pick? I'll definitely get to that. Don't worry. Computer Guy, and really you should watch The Mask. It's a brilliant episode and still scares me a little now for different reasons. You'll see. Definitely, I definitely will. Cameron, can I recommend a YouTube video? Check out Burley's Exposed video on Courage the Dog and his Recess video. It's so funny. Ooh, interesting. Burlezi. Okay. I like that kind of stuff. GFK. I'll go for part 4 Jam Edition. No. Computer Guy, you're lucky to be able to hold alcohol this well. I get sad drunk very easily. Oh, trust me, last year, over the summer, I went through a very serious imposter syndrome, and all I could do was drink, and I drank through the day and everything. Now I'm fine. I'm fine now. I'm in a very happy mood, and I'm drinking because I want to, because it feels nice, and it's the summer. Okay, let's reveal number 1, the thing that we're supposed to be talking about. Okay, right. My number 1. Favorite Cartoon Network character is... why is that... Oh, there we go. Ice King, Adventure Time. Yes! Ice King, aka Simon Petrikov, is a very fun fantasy villain, an immature and campy baddie who is missing a lot of social cues and common sense. He always makes me laugh because he never seems grounded enough to realize how stupid or dangerous he's being. Plus, I can't help but find it fascinating to watch his everyday home life. I have a thing for characters who live in solitude because we get to see how they entertain themselves without company. It's one thing about him that I find really relatable. I also like how he's surprisingly creative with his freezing powers. As a villain, he knows how to use his ice powers to his advantage, even when Jake and Finn are winning the day. Even though he's a comedic antagonist, he can be very strong and agile as a magician at times. If he wasn't, then he wouldn't be a formidable foe for our heroes. However, he's more than just a princess kidnapping villain. He's also a victim of an enchanted crown. The more we learn about his backstory, the more we wish he could break his curse, because he used to be such a kind and warm-hearted man. This is well, sorry. Any episode that lets us peek into his past is always sad to watch. There's a good man under that crown who we really want back. So yeah, thoughts on Ice King, folks. He's a nice king. Good reference. Cameron, I need to watch Adventure Time. It seems like a weird, very entertaining show. Yes, I need to carry it on. I did a marathon recently and I kind of stopped because I got distracted by other shows. Good guy, and his backstory is fascinating, but I can't say I prefer him over Marceline. Guess what episode of Adventure Time is my favourite? I know which one. Don Blued. For some reason, to me, Ice King is like the cartoon version of Saruman. Yeah, kind of, yeah. Nick, Ice King's a wonderfully cheesy character. He's not very bright, nor is he that evil, but that's where his charm lies. Yeah, he's just this himbo. I love himbos. He's such a wonderful goofball, but when you learn his backstory and see the layers underneath, that makes him even better. Yes, it adds more to him, yeah. Weird guy is easy to empathise with. Totally. Evan, I can see why Ice King has earned his ranking. The best thing about him, to me, is his voice actor, Tom Kenny. Yes! So good! Tom Kenny is so freaking good as Ice King. But when and I just love how he turns into something else when he's playing like Simon. We have a flashback scene and he's Simon, and his voice acting for Simon is just so natural and so nuanced and so different to the Ice King we know. And it's a proper character. He's acting. He's really acting. He's not putting on a silly voice. He's acting when he's playing Simon. I love it. I really do. Cuba Dude, I like how Adventure Time used Ice King to show the seriousness of Alzheimer's, which runs in my family. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. But yeah, that is a good point. Very good allegory. Liz Rimsey, again, not something I watched entirely. I started it and gave up around the time Finn lost his hand. I've kept up with the plot and stuff from posts and memes, so I know his story. Yeah, I'm going to carry on Adventure Time. I think it's the next thing I'm going to watch, carry on watching. Don Bluff, I think Ice King is 364 years old. I think he is, yeah. KJX Anna, have you heard that Peter Jackson is making a documentary about the final years of the Beatles' career? Yes, I have, but that's not relevant to this, sorry. Computer Guy, this magic keeps me alive, but it's making me crazy. And I need to save you, but who's going... Oh, sorry, you're quoting Simon. This magic keeps me alive, but it's making me crazy. I need to save you, but who's going to save me? Seriously, the lyrics are burned into... Oh, it's lyrics, yes. Yeah. Yes. Seriously, the lyrics are burned in my head. I love this episode so much. Aww. Nick, my number one favourite... Oh, I've not even asked this yet. So yeah, I guess everyone's done with Ice King. I think Nick just put the... We're done. So, what is everyone's number one favourite Cartoon Network character? Nick says, my number one favourite Cartoon Network character is Samurai Jack. His determination to return to the past to destroy the main villain Aku is relatable, but what makes him such a rich character is that he was never able to until the finale. But I don't know why sorry? What makes him a rich character is that he was never able to until the finale because of his willingness to always put others' needs before his own. Maybe I read that wrong. Evan, what season of Adventure Time are you on? I can't remember. I need to remind myself. I was up to the episode The Pit. I know that. Cameron, I think my favourite Cartoon Network characters is a tie between Stephen from Steven Universe and Wilt from Foster's Home from Imaginary Friends. Computer Guy, probably Samurai Jack for me as well. Let me know why you like these characters, by the way, folks. I'd like to know why people like these characters. So feel free to go into detail. But 2 people have said Samurai Jack so far. I've not finished it. I did a video on the first 3 episodes, and then I stopped, and I think I moved on to something else. But I still have the DVD collection, so I will watch Samurai Jack. Trust me, it's my kind of jam, and I did really enjoy the first 3 episodes. So I need to carry it on. Kubi Guy, I would also put Dexter from Dexter's Lab in my top somewhere because that character and his ego are freaking hilarious. Yes, Dexter was so close to being on my list. So damn close. I love Dexter. He's just brilliant. It's just the way he delivers his lines, the way he talks, the way he just describes his machines. I love him to bits. Curse. No particular favourite character, but one thing I've noticed thinking back to my favourite Cartoon Network show, Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, is that I can name most characters' names without hesitation, and I haven't watched the show in ages. That's a good sign. It's a very good sign. Number for me, my number 1 is Finn. For the reason is because he is curious and likes to go and travel like me. Yeah, it's very adventurous. Very adventurous, and he's always up for something, but at the same time, he can take time off. He can chill, but sometimes, because he's such an adventureaholic, he'll be like, yeah, I want to go. But he does have a lazy side as well, which is very healthy. You need to have that side of your son. Cameron, Stephen, and Wilt, because their characters are so calm and really charming characters. People who I hope to be like. Aw, hope you can be like them. Sora, I like Bubbles. Aw. See, yeah, I really like Bubbles. I think she's really cute. But if I was to pick my favourite Powerpuff Girl, it'd probably be Buttercup. I just really like feisty characters. Yeah, but I do like Bubbles as well. Bubbles is very cute. Cute guy. And I like Samurai Jack because he is a tragic character, always so close from getting what he wants, but never quite reaching it, and still moving on despite all the times he failed. You make me really want to get on with Samurai Jack sooner. Bubbles is a Powerpuff Girl, Evan. Coopadood. Probably Ice Bear from We Bare Bears. That's another show I want to get into. I really want to see We Bare Bears. I've seen clips and I'm like, this is really funny and cute. I want to see this. He is so mysterious yet caring at the same time. Close second is Grim from Billy and Mandy. I never really got into Billy and Mandy. Like, I saw it sometimes on TV, but I was like, I don't know. I just didn't get the appeal. Also, if you do like it yourself, but like, it just wasn't my jam, and it should have been, because like I like my dark comedies. Don Blue, have you seen Johnny Bravo? I have. Johnny Bravo is a huge part of my childhood. Love Johnny Bravo. Jeff Bennett is amazing as Johnny as well. Listy Rimsey, I've honestly no idea. I enjoy Johnny Bravo, but not because he's likable. The World. Is that meant to be more to... I'm sorry. The Worlds. Feel free to... Oh, it's continuing right at the bottom of chat. The world loves a bastard. Okay. I kind of like that. You should have just left it to the Worlds. The Worlds. Nick, my other favourite characters are Courage, number 1 from Codename Kids Next Door, Mandog from Dexter's Lab, yes, best Eddie Deason performance ever, Finn, and I've said earlier, Robin and Starfire. Lot of good choices there. JFK, my favourite Cartoon Network character is Mordecai from the regular show because he's similar to me. I need to get to regular show. I've watched Close Enough, the creator's newest show, and I was like, I want to see this guy's other stuff. I really do. So I want to check out regular show soon. Where was I? Sorry. He's a fun dude, and he cares about his friends, and he's also a simp. I've heard he is, yeah. Fun fact, my TikTok and Instagram username is close to Mordecai because my name Kyle is his name technically. It's Mordecai. Ah, interesting. Good guy. Work from over the garden wall is also a character I really enjoy because he really reminds me of myself when I was younger, you know, insecure and scared. I still like that. Oh, bless you. Yeah, I do like Wirt as well. I really do. He came close to being on my list. He really did. Where am I in chat? Nick. Johnny Bravo and Ed from Ed, Edd and Eddy are favourites of mine too. Double D. So, it broke my heart to not put Double D on this list. I love Double D. Double D is awesome. Such a great role model for boys. He really is. He's so... he's great. He's really smart, really educated, but also has a big heart. And yeah, he's fantastic. And he's creative too. He can be really creative. When when Ed is like, hey, I've got this scheme I want to do, Double D's like, right, this is how we're going to do it. So, yeah, it hurts not to put Double D on here. It really does. Cursed, honestly, the theme song to Grim Adventures is more dark and scary than the show itself. Oh, computer gun, man dog, Thundercats meowing, dogs barking, oh yeah, Dexter Nemesis. Listen, room is it? And I remember Two Stupid Dogs. I rewatched it and it wasn't as good as I remembered. Shame. That's the thing, is that I completely forgot about it, but my mum reminded me, oh, you and your brother really liked Two Stupid Dogs. I'm like, we like what? And then I had to Google and be like, what the hell's this? So I don't know. I don't know if it holds up, but it doesn't look that interesting, if I'm honest. Don't believe Over the Garden Wall is amazing. Animation is gorgeous. Agreed. Over the Garden Wall is fantastic. Chef's kiss. Don't believe Over the Garden Wall is amazing. Oh, I just read that. Just freaking read that. Nick, Double D is a great character too. Computer guy, poor Double D, by the way, always the butt monkey of Ed and Eddie's antics. Yeah, that's another thing I love, is that you feel sorry for him because he's dragged along on these things, but at the same time, you can see him as he's a good friend to the Everetts. Like, even though he's got this moral conscience, he's like, look, I don't agree with this, but you're passionate about it, so I'm gonna help. And I like that about Double D. Don't have you seen Infinity Train? No, I've not, I'm afraid. Sorry, no. I want to, though. My composer, Karan's son, he's been really into Infinity Train lately. So it's another show I will get into. I definitely get into. My watch list is long for shows. JFK, no offense, but you said my name wrong. Kai is pronounced K. Or say? It happens all the times. Oh, sorry, I read it as Kyle. Oh, sorry, yeah. I should be wearing glasses when I stream, by the way. I don't know where they are. Sometimes things are a bit far from me, are hard to read. So it's Kai. Hi, Kai. Computer guy. Infinity Train Season 1, the only one I've seen because I can't find the others. It's also an amazing show. Yes, I will definitely check out Infinity Train. Right. Okay, it's time for me to head off. I'm getting on with my review of Dark Crystal Age of Resistance. I've recently finished the script. It took me way longer than I thought, but I'm going to be editing some tonight and the rest of it tomorrow. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Hope you had fun. Hope you're well. Hope you're happy. Hope you have a good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night, whatever time it is for you. Perhaps it's a weird time like 3:45 a.m. Whatever time it is, hope you're well, hope you're happy. Cheerio!